lucky day's finally come. I've got the Standard Omni skates finally in my hands, and they aren't without their version 1 jankiness. So if you did get some of the version 1s, things to look out for is, most importantly, under the first 2 sole plate bolts, there are some added extra washers that you need to remove that aren't meant to be there. They're underneath the bolts. So first thing you do, take the bolts out, take the little, there's like, you see a little bit of black circle, poke that out and put the bolts back in. That'll make sure they actually sit flush. That wasn't meant to be on them. It's just something that production randomly added in for law, so really weird. But if you leave them in, then the frame can't sit flat, and you'll get like a really weird feeling frame, especially if you skate flat. The other thing you might notice is that the sole plate is not flat. It's very warped, but just screw the frame down, you'll flatten it out. Other than that, everything seems fine. Let's try them on. I also was sent the wrong color wheels, so I've got like a checkered setup right now, the black and the white. I don't hate it, but it's definitely not what I was going for. I plan to skate these stock and then customize them after this session, probably. Whew. Yeah. The wheels and frames feel great, super fast. I can turn easy. Don't feel like I'm scraping when I turn, but the fit is definitely a little bit of a concern at this point. They feel quite tight. I'm hoping they'll break in, but around here, it's definitely, I feel a pressure point here on both feet. And the worst one is around here on my heel. My ankle, just like the adapts, hurts quite a lot. They feel very, very stiff, which is better than having a 2 flexi skate. I usually like a stiff skate, gives you more support. Does move pressure to your knees, and that's something that's worth noting for sure right now, is I still have a bunged knee, so I can't skate to my full potential right now, so it's gonna be pretty basic. But I don't know, early days. Trying them on too, I do wish there was more, this lacing was longer. I'll probably just take it off later, but I want to try it out. But I feel like I can't open the skate up to get my foot in very easily. It's quite hard to put on. One of the hardest skates to put on. But yeah, let's do some warm up, do some tricks.
So right here, I thought I filmed this really good transition where I took this hoodie off and told you that it's now back in stock on my website, and $5 New Zealand per hoodie sold goes to Inside Out, a New Zealand charity. But instead, I did what every skater's worst nightmare is, and instead of starting recording, I was stopping recording. I was in the wrong loop, so we lost that clip. But anyway, I went on to do a bit more warm-up skating around.
These feel great to like carve and turn in. They're very nice, very fast feeling. They do feel like a low cuff though, which isn't a problem, but it's definitely different. Let's do some stalls. Alright, that's enough warm up, but those feel great. They feel good for ramp compared to my thems right now. I'm not worried about them scraping. You definitely could scrape if you turn tight enough, but it's far enough clearance that I'm not too worried. That was something I was worried about with these frames. They've got quite fat walls that aren't tapered. It seems fine. They're not slipping up like frames in the past. They're definitely starting to hurt though, especially my ankles. But we'll see. Also, I did notice one of the first things I noticed was on the look down, they definitely felt bigger than my thems. Like the look down looked bigger to me. I don't know if it's because they're white. I haven't had white skates for years. I'm hyped for white skates. But yeah, they don't feel big fit wise, but look wise, they feel a bit bigger. Probably the white. Let's do some grinds now though. I've done enough warm up. Hopefully my knee will let me. This will be an interesting test for me because I have been skating the angled soles, which are the complete opposite of these soles. So if you didn't know, these soles kind of angle downwards, and that's supposed to help you kind of get into the ledge a bit easier and also reduce the drag, because when you lean in, you're barely touching anything, you know? And the angled soles I've been skating are the opposite. They angle upwards. There's like an upwards angle that you can sit on when you tricks. So this is literally the complete opposite, you know? It should be a good test. Another thing I noticed though, just walking over here, the thud on these is great. They feel very solid. That little dampening pad that's in these is excellent. But yeah, let's try do some soles. First try with no wax. That felt really good, really good. I grew up skating rims, and this is what the rim sole plates were with that lean. Don't know if that's what's coming back to me right now, but they're good, even without wax. Definitely a bit of stick at the end, but the fact they're sliding on this with no wax is great, you know. But now it's wax. Let's try some more tricks. Soles hit my knee a bit too much, but it doesn't stick. The wheels definitely touch you though, but it doesn't seem too bad. I think that shows right there that when I couldn't do that porn star and the angled soles, it was me. I just out of practice. Before I bust my knee too much, just move to the most important one. That's the Royale trick. Worth noting though, this is my ultimate test for a good flat frame. If it scrapes on this, it's bad. And they don't scrape. I've heard great things about these grooves for Royales, so let's find out. Royales used to be my go-to trick, my safe trick. But since I've done my knee, they ain't anymore. I can barely do them. So I'll probably only be able to get like one, but we'll try. How's it feel? My knee's so weak. Feels good. Holy shit. I don't think I can get that. It's quite hard. See some sketchy ones there. Hurts my knee a bit too much to keep doing it, which sucks. But that's definitely hard. I think the stiffness of the skate is putting too much pressure on my knees for my bad knee right now, which sucks. There is a nice lock there though. But yeah, I mean, that sucks. That's my go-to trick. Maybe Nugan's are better? I think the Fab Royale is kind of snowballing on me right now, but that is real wheel bitey. Not fun. I'll get one though, let's try. I can't get it, dude. So Nugans are pretty sticky for me on my good days. So I wouldn't write the frames off because of that, but they're definitely not easy. Like Nugan's not a good trick for me, not a go-to, I'd always struggle. Definitely feels better on the knee right now, which is good to know. But yeah, I could not get that without wheel bite. It could be the coping on this too. I'll try to show you, hopefully this camera captures it, but it lines up with the wheel pretty bad. Oh no, the wheel just touches. It's not happening. Let's move on to the rail instead. Try that out. Hopefully this, without the wheel bite, I'll be able to land something. Rail's permanently sticky, man. I don't know why. It sucks. Ugh. I feel good on rail. That rail's always sticky. Switch stance worked, so you know, it worked. But my knee's definitely feeling bad now, man. Not good, which sucks. There's still a lot of skating in me, but I can't do it. So, you know, it is what it is. I think we try to get some Royales on the rail. We get a redemption on it. Maybe some switch ledge tricks after a bit of a rest. But at this stage, I mean, I'm tempted to change the frames at some point. I'm not sold on the frames on that wheel bite, but which I am gutted about. But you know, I have dairy frames, so it's good if I can actually use them. The fit isn't great either. I'm not gonna lie; it's quite uncomfortable still. Could break in, we'll see. But it feels very tight on the toe, as well as both ankles, like right here on the bone. Really not comfortable, and the whole way around the ankle too. Like. It's probably the worst my ankles ever felt in the skate, I'd say. I think it's because it's quite low. It's really kind of cutting into me. Not sold yet. The stiffness too, I think, is not helping. But we'll see. We'll see how they break in. Definitely a hard day one. Hold it if I don't get moved down. If I get moved down, I have no balance. I don't blame the skates, so I think it's me. It's lost me that trick out. Very frustrating. Ooh. So I'm going to end the session there. My knee is too sore. I've been here for like 2 hours and it feels like I haven't done any testing, but it wasn't the best first session. Definitely, I feel like I need to customize them. There's quite a lot of, it was like nice to take them off. My feet were quite sore. I had like on my left foot, it reminds me of my old days on rims where my little toe just gets squished to nothing, dude, and I like have to take the skate off. Hopefully that breaks in over time. But my ankle was the one I'm noticing the most. My ankle was quite sore, especially my right ankle. And I think it's because it's all around here, just feels like it's really jabbing in. I think that's too high to be on my ankle, but the whole back of my ankle, like my Achilles, is quite sore after skating that. I wouldn't write off the grooves from my test here. My knee has really been not good. It's like, here's me, I got clips of me trying to do it on my main setup and I had the same struggles. Like I can't get boot down on Royale anymore. I think it's because I've like lost the muscle that holds it and it's right in a weak point of my knee. So I wouldn't blame the skates, but there definitely was some wheel bite there that was quite hard to avoid for me with a bad knee anyway. They do feel really light. I really like the look down and the look. I love the customization of the stripe. I can't wait to do that.
I tried really hard to film the outro for this at the park, but it's just so uncomfortable, man, to talk about it. But yeah, my overall first impressions of these aren't great right now. I really like the look of them. I love how the sole plate kind of skates and feels. I love the stripe so much. I like the buckle, and I love that the buckle actually says to press to release on it. I know that's a small touch, but I think that's so much smarter than other buckles. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the lacing on the liners. The overall fit in general I don't like, and how stiff the skate and how low the cuff is. And the frame groove I'm not a super big fan of at this point, which I'm very surprised with. I thought I was going to really like it. But yeah, it's day one. There's still time to figure them out. I'll continue to skate them stock for a little bit more before I give up on the frames and stuff. Hopefully we'll see if the liner and stuff breaks in. You can actually fully heat mold this whole skate. If you look up on their website, you can not only heat mold the liner, but the plastic shell as well, which I don't think I've ever seen before. Plastic shell you can heat mold. You know how I feel about heat molding though. I'm so sick of it. I never ever want to do it again. It's such a slippery slope of trial and error that I just don't want to get into, if I'm real. I just hope they slowly start feeling better. If you're on the fence about getting them, I would probably wait until version 2 comes out. I think it'd be worth waiting if you haven't got them yet.
But anyway, that's it. Massive thank you to my patrons for making this video possible. Couldn't do it without them. Consider supporting or buying a new shirt that I have, like this one I'm wearing right now. Just came out. Yeah, I'll do another session soon, and hopefully I'll like them. Appreciate you. Go for a skate.